Fog of War's been a bit quiet for a month or so, but for good reason. I'm building a new studio. Welcome to this first video update of the studio construction. This is just intended to give you a look at the building works up to this stage. Come and join me as we look at what's been happening. For the past 6 years, this has been the Fog of War studio, the keyboard shelf on my computer desk. That's fine for product reviews, and only including my hand-in shot was as much fame as I wanted. As they say, I have a great face for radio. Over the years you can see I've built and bought some great solutions for lights and camera clamp mounts that work great for this setup. It's served me well. Early on I had ambitions to do face-forward content. I was looking at Beast of Wars, now on tabletops content, and was trying to pull that off. You can see what I was trying to do in my Pershing review from 2016. But as a one-man operation, setting up the lighting and focus, starting the camera and then running onto the set to sit down and do a take was just ludicrous. I quickly abandoned that format and went to the behind the camera style. So why change now? It's not like I got any prettier. Partly it's due to live streams. There isn't anywhere in my house to easily have a live stream set up. Whenever I do a live stream, I have to dismantle my dining room, set up the gear for the stream, and then dismantle it and move the dining furniture back in again. We do have a large shed. For years it's just been full of clutter. It's amazing what you don't throw away if you have a great big shed to dump it into and forget about it. So after years of talking about it, I finally decided to turn part of it into a purpose-built YouTube studio. I was only missing 4 things: the required tools, any handyman skills, the materials, and any clue about how to do it. Cunningly I overcame these limitations by getting someone else to do it. People who knew what they were doing. My role was limited to vague instructions, worrying a lot, and providing regular wads of cash to keep them going. Clearing the shed was the first step. It took me about 3 weeks in the end. There was stuff in there that hadn't been touched since we moved in 15 years ago. My house is currently crammed full of stuff I'm slowly sorting through while the construction's happening. Once everything was out of the construction zone, there was one job I was qualified to do. This is a job every Australian has done at least once in their life: sealing a concrete floor with Bondcrete. If you don't know what Bondcrete is, it's basically PVA glue, thinned down and spread across a concrete floor. This soaks in, provides a seal, and stops concrete dust. Unsealed concrete floors generate tons of dust. It's not a subtle process. You need to start with a clean and dust-free floor. Then you dump the thin Bondcrete out of a bucket and spread it using a roller or broom. The floor sucked up tons of this stuff. It took about 4 hours and several blisters to get this half of the shed floor done. I spent a lot of time making sure to get a good, even coverage, but seeing it after it dried, I think I could have been a bit more cavalier about the application and it would have been fine. I'll try that when I do the other half once the studio construction is complete. But Bondcrete is great stuff. It's made a big difference and I managed to get the floor coated and dry before construction began in earnest. Flooding has been an issue in the past. Whoever built my house had no idea about hydrodynamics and the movement of water. Everything drains into the shed and the back of the house. So to protect the shed, we've built a small retaining wall. Here's the finished result. If there's enough water to get over that, I'll have bigger problems to worry about than damp carpet and walls. I removed the existing fluoro lights and got an electrician in to disconnect the power and remove the existing fuse box. The existing wiring proved to be a bit DIY, so this was an opportunity to bring it up to code while we were at it. Disconnecting the electrics meant the job was safe and now construction could begin. The carpenters put in structural pine studwork in preparation for gyprocking. Gyprock is a trade name that serves as the generic Australian term for drywall. Insulation is going to be important. Summer temperatures get into the mid-40s Celsius here. That's up to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. The internal temperature of a metal box in those temperatures is diabolical. And in winter it drops below freezing. Last night it was -1. During the year there might be 5 or 6 days when the temperature in the bare metal shed would be comfortable. So insulation. Yeah, gonna need that. Commonly it comes in bats that just get stuffed into the stud cavities. Gyprock comes in big sheets, and these get cut to size and screwed onto the studs. This part moved pretty quickly and the studio started to take shape. At this stage, the wiring for the power points just gets poked through holes in the drywall. There are proper mounting blocks for the power points screwed into the studs behind here already. The Sparky can sort that out later. Of course, it helps if the drywall installers follow the plans and don't cut a hole on the inside wall for the air conditioning power cable that actually needs to be routed outside. Filler, anyone? Well, yes, that's the next step. The joins in the Gyprock are taped and filled, ready for sanding. The same for the screw holes to end up with a nice, flush and smooth finish. It's really starting to take shape. The ceilings are Gyprocked as well. This is where construction is up to at present. The filler is drying over the weekend, ready to be sanded next week. It's winter here, but we've had a few days of sunshine, so that's helped. Munchkin the Cat hasn't enjoyed having tradesmen around. There have been too many dogs and people on the site for his tastes. He likes a quiet country lifestyle. There's still a way to go until the new studio is ready. The walls need to be sanded and prepped, then the lights and power needs to be installed. Then painting, floor coverings, network installation and air conditioning. I can do the painting myself, but some of the other work is going to have to wait for funding to become available. Let me know if you guys want another video of the completion of the project, or just more Munchkin videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.